Trump's running mate and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance has made his first solo campaign stops. He spoke to voters in his hometown of Middletown, Ohio, and Radford, Virginia yesterday. Vance spoke about President Biden dropping out of the race, and he criticized the likely Democratic presidential nominee.
History will remember Joe Biden as not just a quitter, which he is, but one of the worst presidents in the United States of America. But my friends, Kamala Harris is a million times worse, and everybody knows it.
Donald Trump sat down alongside Vance for his first televised interview since his attempted assassination. Now, the former president described the moments after the shooting.
There was a lot of blood, but I understood. They thought I was hit elsewhere. They thought I was hit actually in this area. And I wasn't. I said, I'm telling you, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm going to get up. I want to get up. I'm not going to be taken out on a stretcher.
CBS News campaign reporter Taurean Small joins me now from our Washington bureau. Let's talk a little bit about Donald Trump's reaction to the news of President Biden stepping aside. He spent an awful lot of time on Truth Social between Sunday and Monday. And even though it looks like, he's going to be going head to head with Kamala Harris, he's still pretty focused on President Biden.
Well, Anne-Marie, I think what we're seeing is him trying to shift the conversation around what he and Republicans are calling a cover-up. He's trying to tether Joe Biden's exit to the Democratic Party at large, saying that for so long they have not only ignored the concerns by not just Democrats, but Republicans, and also they're covering up, in his words, his fitness to continue to serve in the office as president. So that's likely what we'll hear, not just from him, but also from his running mate, J.D. Vance. We saw a little bit of that yesterday, saying that it's time for the president to step down, not just stepping aside out of this race.
Well, I mean, speaking of Vance, he made his first campaign stops. Is there any indication that the campaign is pivoting away from President Biden and towards Kamala Harris? Because it seems like they're sort of arguing with a candidate that is no longer going to be their candidate.
Well, we saw Anne-Marie Vance go directly after Kamala Harris, and this was something that he started doing since the convention, really. The first joint rally with Donald Trump over the weekend, he called out Harris and said, listen, what have you done? I've served this country. I've gone around introducing myself. I've also served in the Senate. But what have you done since taking up the job as the vice president? But he's also still continuing to go after Joe Biden as well. Listen, he's looking to tank any future plans that Kamala Harris, or any future momentum that Kamala Harris could pick up, by directly tying her to what he's calling the failures of Biden's 4 years in office. He's looking to paint this picture of her before she gets the opportunity to do reintroduction of herself to voters at large.
Interesting. Taurean, thank you.